Hello and welcome to an episode of The Tea Drinker with me, Cinnamonic. Now today we're going to be looking at Hopscotch loose leaf teas. Hopscotch is a sort of old style confectionery shop that's in Barnet, and the owners, Michael and Alice, they're quite good friends of mine. They only recently started doing a variety of loose leaf teas, so I thought I'd best investigate. And as they are loose leaf teas, I've got my tea diffusers out today. So we're going to be doing this in two parts. This one's more the sort of more familiar tea varieties. So we've got Rwandan Black, which is an African tea. We've got Darjeeling. Oops. We've got Darjeeling. We've got our English breakfast. We've got, of course, Earl Grey. We've got Blue Lady, which is an alternative to Earl Grey, which is, I think it's a Chinese. Usually Earl Grey is Indian teas. Yeah, Earl Grey. What we know as Earl Grey these days is more sort of Indian teas, and this is a kind of a Chinese alternative. We've got Gunpowder tea, which is quite strong usually. We've got an Assam as well, which is usually quite malty and quite strong. And we've got a mint variety as well. We've got Moroccan Mint. Okay, so let's set this up and get brewing. We've been brewing our teas for a little while now. Not much aroma coming off except from the Moroccan Mint, as you'd expect. They're all sort of dark reddish brown colour. There we go. Except the Gunpowder and the Moroccan Mint, which are sort of lighter in colour. They're more sort of green teas than black teas. So that's why they're slightly lighter in colour. But they'll probably taste stronger. But they're not the dark teas and dark amber. So not very much variety in colour. So we're going to set up now for the taste test, which is always my favourite part of the experience, and see which ones in this part is my favourite. Okay, we're going to kick things off with the Rwandan Black, which is an African tea. Put that down there. Take that out. Quite strong, earthy, slightly spicy scent to it. Oh, that's smooth. That's very smooth. That's delightful. It's not bitter. It doesn't have a dry mouthfeel. It's smooth in the mouth. And it's got a bit of a kick on the aftertaste. It's strong without being overly bitter. Okay. The next is Darjeeling, Castleton. Let's read the blurb on the front. Known as the champagne of teas, this is from the second picking or flush and is regarded as the most characteristic type of this exceptional tea. The Castleton Tea Estate is perched in the misty Kursong Valley in the Himalayas. Since 1885, it has been producing first quality teas that are known all over the world. A bright amber cup, the dark and excellent sinensis leaf and the silvery tips show the careful plucking. The taste is aromatic, elegant and soft with a mild and discreet flower. Okay, so this is Darjeeling. Usually Darjeeling is quite a light tasting tea. I can see what they mean by floral. I am definitely telling a sort of floral, fruity, sort of almost elderflower taste with this. Again, quite smooth, no bitterness, not even on the aftertaste. That's very pleasant. That's one of the best Darjeelings I've had. It's light, it's fruity, it's floral. Very nice indeed. Okay, we're going now on to English breakfast. This is pretty much a standard tea. Sort of in the morning, first cup. Quite. Not much aroma coming off it. Give it a taste. Quite strong, again quite smooth, bit of a bitter aftertaste, but that's what you expect from a strong breakfast tea. Little bit of dry mouth feel, but not too bad. That's a good wholesome pick me up, kick you out of bed in the morning tea. Okay, now we're going on to Earl Grey with cornflowers. Now usually if an Earl Grey variety has cornflowers, it's known as a Lady Grey. So this is a blend of the finest Keeman, Darjeeling, Ceylon and Assam, scented with the delicate aroma of the bergamot fruit. The leaf is large and well blended, giving a light and bright liquor with a beautiful fragrant liquor. A light scattering of cornflowers as is to the visual appeal. Okay, so let's see how it compares to other Earl Greys that I've had. Oh, lovely floral citrusy scent straight off the bat. Definitely the classic Earl Grey scent that we're looking for. It's quite mild, but it's got the floralness, it's got the scent, the citrus notes, it's got the floral from the cornflowers. It's not overly dominating. Again, very smooth cup of tea, no bitterness. This would be a very good afternoon tea. It's one of the better Earl Greys that I've had, definitely. That is a very good cup of Earl Grey. I can't really fault that. So, okay, so the next one is the Blue Lady, citrus flavoured China Black Op Tea. This is a citrus scented blend of loose leaf black tea with exotic flowers. A tea to really excite the taste buds. It's a great alternative to the ever popular Earl Grey. So it has grapefruit, lemon, lime, mallow, orange, rose petals, marigold petals as well. So it's the Chinese black tea. So let's have a sniff. It's quite sweet smelling, sort of almost confectionery, not like the sort of floral and citrus aromas of the Earl Grey. So let's give this a taste. Interesting. It's quite sweet tasting. Slightly herbal tasting. There's a sort of fruitiness to it, rather than a sort of floral citrus. It's kind of got sort of sweet fruitiness to it. I'm not picking up a very strong citrus, but I think it's been so blended in with the other sort of flavours in this. It's not bad. I wouldn't kind of compare it with an Earl Grey. Again, it's an afternoon tea, sort of you'd have with your sandwiches around 4 o'clock. It's quite mild on the tongue. Again, can't fault it. Very, very nice tea. Okay. So the next one is Gunpowder. And the reason, as I've mentioned before, you've probably heard me mention before, that the reason it's called Gunpowder is they took the leaves and they rolled them into little pellets, and when they were added to water they kind of exploded outwards, a bit like gunpowder. Not with a bang, but sort of the effect. So let's see how this Gunpowder compares to the other gunpowders I've tasted. Nice, light, floral green tea scent. Quite strong. That is a strong green tea. Very worthy of the name Gunpowder. It has that sort of bitter, sort of almost smoky flavour that you expect from a gunpowder tea. The taste is a lot lighter than other gunpowder teas I've had, but that's not detracting from the taste. This is a sort of meal tea, the sort of tea you'd have while you were eating a meal. Maybe for special occasions as well. But very good gunpowder variety. Okay, another favourite variety of tea for me is Assam, and this is a Pekoe Fannings. The tea growing area of Assam, which extends along both sides of the Brahmaputra River in northern India, is one of the largest tea growing areas in the world. Rich, strong, fragrant, pungent and malty, a real lip smacker. Assam teas are often constituents in English breakfast blends. Okay, so I'm having high hopes for this. It's quite, sort of milkiness, but there's no milk in it. There's sort of milky, sort of creamy scent to it. It's usually quite malty. Definitely getting the malty taste there. A little bit sort of chocolatey, dare I say. Again, a very good afternoon tea blend. No bitterness, very smooth. All the teas here have been extremely smooth. It tastes milky, even though there's no milk in it. You wouldn't want to put milk in it because it's so smooth and creamy, almost buttery taste to this Assam. And yes, you are getting the sort of malty taste to it. Okay, so the last one is the Moroccan Mint tea, which is a green tea. North African countries have used mint in their cooking and drinks for many years, so when Europeans first brought tea to the regions, they naturally blended it with mint. The tea at the time would have been green and manufactured as a gunpowder tea, so again, rolled into little pellets. This tea is an exact replica of the tea still drunk in Morocco. So this is the Moroccan Mint. Oh, lovely fresh mint. Let's see, what mint is it? It's peppermint. So yeah, lovely fresh minty scent. Straight into the nose. Lovely fresh minty taste. It's not oily. Sometimes with one of the problems I have with mint teas is that they're quite an oily texture. This isn't oily at all. Even though it's a green tea, it's not very, very strong or bitter. Yes, that's extremely good. Extremely nice, pleasant green tea. Very good for cleansing after meals and for digestion. But it's definitely a cut above your regular mint tea. So very hard to pick a favourite here, because they're all really good. So I think I might leave it till right at the end of this section to pick what I think would be a favourite. So I'm going to clear this away and set up the next segment, and they're more sort of the fruit-based herbal teas, fruit-scented. So let's move on to the next section. Okay, welcome back to the second part of the Hopscotch loose leaf tea variety. We're now looking at the more sort of herbal blends and fruit infusions. And we start with organic Rooibos or red bush. Produced in South Africa, Rooibos is known to have excellent antioxidant properties and is naturally caffeine free. A high quality red bush tea can be identified by its ruby colour and the soft sweet characteristic. Then we have from South Africa to South America, we have Yerba Mate. Yerba Mate is Brazil's national beverage, known as the drink of the gods. It is made from shade-grown leaves of the Amazonian rainforest holly tree. Its leaves pack a powerful dose of caffeine, similar to a cup of coffee, yet has the health benefits of true tea and more. So it's holly tree, Ilex paraguayensis. So they usually drink this in a special sort of gourd with a straw out of it, but we're just going to be using our little diffusers. So I have to be a bit careful with that because it's quite strong. Okay, what else we have? We have green tea, Sencha Sakura. Sencha Sakura is one of Japan's most popular teas. Just the right amount of cherry and rose petals have been added to give this tea a sublime complexity of sweetness and astringency. This is a must for every standard green tea assortment. So there's natural cherry flavouring and rose petals. And this is a mixed berry infusion. So sort of just sort of red berries and things like that. Oops. Okay, the next one is blood orange fruit tea. The blood orange is a culinary favourite with its deep, vibrant colour and sweet, tangy flavour. A perfect ingredient for a refreshing herbal blend. This tea pairs blood orange flavour with hibiscus flowers and rose hips for a naturally sweet, caffeine-free flavour. Rich, hearty and tangy with a good balance of orange peel, dryness and fruit juiciness. So it's got apple pieces, hibiscus, safflower and blood orange. So, and this, I was curious to try this. This is Nettle Leaves. A light, distinctive and refreshing infusion which provides a clean flavour with subtle grassy notes and an earthy vegetal character. Rich in vitamins A and C, iron, calcium and nitrogen. In fact, nettle leaves have a higher iron content than spinach and are light for weight comparison. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. I hope they don't sting me too much. When I asked what it tasted like, it said it tasted very green. So it's going to be quite grassy, I think. So when I went in, they gave me a couple of free samples as well that were quite popular. So I've got orange spice, which is orange tea with sort of like spicy, I think there's like peppercorn and stuff in there as well. And winter coca herb blend, which is one of Alice's favourites. Drinkable all the year round, but especially enjoyable during the Christmas season. This wonderful, incredibly scented herb tisane is a joy to have. High quality, Highland grown chocolate in combination with selected spices make this a true indulgence, caffeine free. So it's got coca peel, orange, ginger pieces, cinnamon pieces, cloves, whole star anise, cinnamon pods, sliced almonds, cardamom and sapphire. So it's going to be quite a chocolatey tasting one. I'm a bit cautious about sort of chocolate tasting tea blends because they do tend to be a bit watery, and that's kind of a detraction from the sort of taste. So I'm gonna err on the side of caution with this one. Okay, let's set up and get brewing and see what the first look is of these teas. Okay, so we've been brewing the teas and tisane for a little while now. Lovely variety of colours. If we look at the Rooibos, it's nice sort of reddish brown colour. The Yerba Mate is a sort of greenish yellow. The Chinese tea, the Sakura tea, it's very pale in colour. The berry is kind of reddish, almost purpley brown. The blood orange, there's a sort of brownish orange colour. The Nettle Leaves are sort of borderline green brown, and the orange and the winter chocolate spices, they're sort of brownish colour, slightly green edge to it. There's a lovely smell coming off here, especially from the sort of fruity berry type ones. So I'm going to set up my camera for the taste test, and we'll see what they all taste like. Let's start with the Rooibos or Red Bush. Lovely strong herbal flavour, scent rather. Typical of Rooibos. Lovely sort of spicy earthiness. Lovely fruity earthy taste, no bitterness, very smooth on the tongue. Quite floral. And there's a bit of smokiness to it, and a sweetness as well. This is one of the best Rooibos I've had. Okay, now onto the Yerba Mate. And again, a sort of herby, wildflower, sort of meadowy scent. Quite a floral taste. Again, a little bit bitter. Quite strong. Very sort of natural. There's a sort of foresty, sort of viney flavour to it. There's a slight smokiness as well, I think, as well. So, okay, put those down. Okay, the next is the China Green Tea Sencha Sakura. Lovely, sweet, fruity, floral, cherry scent immediately. Very, very sweet. Quite strong green tea taste. A little too over floral, I think. Very kind of sweet. The floral taste is a little overwhelming on this. I may have used a bit too much tea in the brew. It's quite strong. Well, that's going to get you out of bed. Blimey. Next we have Mixed Berry Infusion. Lovely purplish red colour. Lovely sweet berry scents. Immediately the smell of berries hits your nose and your soft palate. It's a glorious smell. Oh, sweet and tart at the same time. Not so sweet, but there is a sweetness there. Very sort of hedgerowy, sort of organic. Bit summery, like a fruit pie. Very nice. Okay, so now I've got the blood orange fruit tea. Lovely, warm citrus notes, quite fruity, quite sweet. Lovely, fruity, oranginess. Nice citrus notes. A little bit sharp, but you want it to be a bit sharp. Don't want it to be too sweet. Oh. Oh. That's lovely. Okay, and now we go on to the nettles, which is something I've never had before. Quite sort of herby, grassy, meadowy, slightly sort of cut vegetable smell coming off it, like a vegetable broth. There's a slight herbiness and sort of grassness to the taste, but it's not that strong. It's actually quite pleasant. Sort of not licorice, but there's something sort of not quite herby and not quite grassy. There's a texture to it. Sort of, yeah, grassy texture. Sort of, yeah, bushy, grassy. Very sort of natural. Like it said, it tastes of green. That's what it does. So, sort of almost a little sort of vegetable broth. And very good for the cold weather. At the moment, it's quite cold outside. It's been snowing, so this is sort of the thing you want to kind of prevent coughs and colds. Okay, so move that out of the way. The next thing is the orange spice. I do believe this has got peppercorns in it, so it's going to be quite spicy. So let's have a sniff. Nice sort of winter sort of orangey spiciness to it, sort of like the sort of Yuletide scent to it. So definitely a sort of mulled taste to it. Not really getting a very strong taste of orange, but definitely getting a lot of spice in it. Again, another drink you'd want to taste on a sort of a cold winter's night. Yes. Okay, and the last one we have is the winter cocoa herb blend. It's got nuts and spices and things like that, as well as the cocoa. Oh, very, very chocolatey. There's a sort of immediately you can smell the cocoa in it. Oh, that's delicious. I hope it tastes as good as it smells, because I find that a lot of cocoa based teas that have like cocoa nibs and ingredients like that, they usually taste a bit watery, which is very disappointing. Good chocolate taste. There is an edge, there is a spicy edge to it, but it's not overwhelming. It's a bit, it tastes like those German biscuits. I can't remember what they're called now. I'll probably put a note on the thing, but those German ginger biscuits that you get at Christmas time. I just completely forgotten what they're called. It's very sweet. It's comforting. It's very comforting. Okay, so that was the Hopscotch loose tea varieties. I'll put some details down below, so you can go and find out these for yourself. Or if you have a hankering for a sweet tooth, they have a wide variety of confections like lemon sherbets and licorice bootlaces and lollipops and things like that. And they also have sort of import candy like American import chocolate and that sort of thing. And like I said, a huge variety of, and they have sweets and confectionery. They also have bakeware if you're looking for things to make cakes, cake tins and icing and you know, paper cups for like fairy cakes and things like that. So check out Hopscotch if you get the opportunity. And yeah, so I can't really pick a favourite. They've all been really good. The quality of the tea has been quite astounding. Pleasantly surprised by the nettle, the fruit flavoured teas as well, especially the mixed berry, and the Earl Grey, of course, very good. The Assam, very good as well. So yeah, you have to sort of try for yourself. They've got a very wide variety of loose teas. This has been just a fragment of it. So yeah, Hopscotch, very highly recommended on the tea front. Okay, so I think that's the end for this video. You've been watching The Tea Drinker. I've been Pseudonymonic. I hope to see you again in the next video.